All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is basically part 4 of the whole rebuild of the FMS P47. We came full circle, right? Crashed it. You guys saw just the pictures of that. I said I was going to put it back together, and I did. I basically put it back together. All I really needed to do was buy an ESC. There's a few other parts that I had to get for it just to make it right. But overall, I just kind of took my time, glued everything back together. Some parts I wasn't expecting to buy, like the hub for the motor, this part here. But I ended up having to buy it because the last one did crack, and so one of the prop blades was loose. I went to go fly it. I had video of it, but it's kind of like off, so I'm not gonna post it if it's not all there. I had a buddy of mine film it, but he didn't get the whole flight. So I got my wife out there this morning, and we went out and flew it. Flew better. First flight I had the elevator, I had disconnected it, and it was just going up. So there's a lot of trimming, ran out of trim, landed it, fixed it, and after that we had some good flights. There's a few other things that I noticed on the gear from the bottom that I didn't fix originally. Had to go back and tighten that up and everything like that, but that was good. And then a buddy of mine at the field noticed that I had just painted the old cowling, right? And as you can see here in the video, right, I kind of just did a quick repair because I was planning on buying a new one, but now I got a new one. It looks perfect, so don't really need this one anymore. So all that was fixed. Put a new ESC in it, painted the whole thing. You guys saw the part 1, 2, and 3 process of this, and I gotta tell you that it flying amazing. I flew it today, about 2 flights. I put one up on the video. You'll see it right after this, and I gotta say I'm really happy. I'm glad I fixed it because I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really happy with the process. I had a ton of fun putting it back together. It's part of the hobby. It's one of the reasons why foam is so nice, because you can muck it up and you can fix it back up. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Before we go out to that, stay tuned here. In the next couple of days, I'll be putting out some of the tips on putting this thing together. Not a lot of full build video per se, but some tips on certain things that I did to make the airplane I'll just give you tips. If you decide to get the next P47, you'll see how to do it. But as you can see here, we're having it's like P47, the spring of the P47s at LJ Hobby Life. So I hope you guys enjoy the flight on it. It's basically, it's either the second, no, it's like the 3rd flight of this plane since I've repaired it. And I gotta say, it just flies awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And then stay tuned here. Here in a little bit, I'll be posting, after this video, I'm gonna have the maidens of this, 1st and 2nd flight, and then an overall review of how the aircraft flew. Okay, so all right, LJ Hobby Life, enjoy the video. Here we go. We're about to do flight 2. Or not flight 2. It's more like flight maybe 3. I flew a maiden, and I post that up, but it's just not great. There's a lot of trim issues. Okay, so let's get this one in. We'll see how this one does. I did have to adjust the prop. The prop was cracked and it was kind of wiggling. And then I did just change the cowl too, so I'll post a picture of that too, so you guys can see it. So here we go. That's why it's nice when it's trimmed up. She's looking nice up there. Check it out here. Look at that. Sun's right there.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay. It looks pretty though.
Right? That scheme is just something nice, right? Look at that mouth. It definitely does not have unlimited vertical. And with all that extra hot glue in the front, it's definitely not going to. having a blast with her. So I had already flown it and flew good, but first flight I was way off on the trim because I had to unhook the rods for the elevator. So I ran out of elevator to point her down, so I kind of had to like just fly it for a little bit like that and then just bring her in. But now everything is locked in, like, and I thought I had my thrust angle wrong, but turns out it was just my elevator, so I was really happy about that because it's something I could just mechanically adjust. But I love this green, and the scheme is just awesome. It's just different, And I was glad I was able to save the motor because this motor's always has some good power. I was really happy about that. I wasn't able to save the ESC. That was not a big deal. I had an 80 sitting around. I put that in. She's doing good stuff. She's looking like she was out in back from 1940s. Little roll. And you know what? Let's do you a loop real quick because you always tell me I don't do anything fun when you're filming. So. There you go. Little loop for you. Alright. Let's check the CG real quick. I'm going to fly her inverter for a second. We're a little bit higher for that. Not bad though. Not bad. Little forward input, but it's doing fairly good, She's always needed a little bit of forward input. She's probably a little bit nose heavy though, but I like her like that because she flies fast. It's not so nose heavy that it can't. You can't have fun with it, I'm fine with a 5,000 HRB in it. I got it pretty much all the way to the front. She's just a fun bird. I'm so glad I fixed it and didn't chuck it because it didn't really need too much. And my buddy Bill here, he hooked me up with the cowl for the front, and that was excellent because now she's complete. And then I had to order the little hub for the prop because it was cracked. I didn't realize that, like, the hairline cracked in it. One of the props was definitely not operating correctly. It was kind of wiggling. So I ordered that for it, put everything back together, had to adjust something on the landing gear a little bit after the maiden that I did the other day. But we'll see today. I'm at 30 seconds. I'm going to bring her into the second. She's good. Look at that. Stripe. All right, here we go. All right, landing.
She looks very spriteful.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Super high. When you point down too much like that, you start building way too much speed.
Yeah.
You don't want to build too much speed on your turns, pointing down, because then you really can't get a good slow down. Clear the fence. That's all that matters. Once you clear the fence, life is good. It always happens. Sorry, bud. I was on the rudder, but she still wanted to go. I was on the rudder hard, too. I had to pin the tail down. She wanted to keep floating.
Yeah.
Check it out. I'm going to shut the prop once it gets close to you there, right? When you hit the prop cut. Man, the prop cut hit. Check it out. There she is in all her glory. Now, show the bottom of the cow here, because last time it was all like stretched up. Look at that. This is good to go now. Perfect brand new cow. Brand new prop hub and spinner. So she's good to go now. Looking pretty. Looking good in the neighborhood. Yeah. The bug. Oh, let me get out the shade. How about?